We are back. We are back. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the show. I am your host, Charles Becco, y'all. And today, I am being joined by Helen from the Stock Market Analysis Group. Ooh, excuse me. And today, we'll be breaking down some tickers. We're going to be talking about the stock market. And we're going to be answering the question, these summertime games, will they keep going? Or will we have to bail ship here? We're going to figure it out. That's right. All right. So, let me get the links to all the rooms. Let's cut the music. Again, team, I want to thank everybody for being here today. I'm your host, Charles Becco. I'm joined today by Helen. Helen runs one of the biggest clubhouse groups out there, the Stock Market Analysis Group. And today we're going to be talking about, these summer gains. Are the summer gains going to keep going? Will we have to sell the rip? What's going on? I mean, we got some fireworks here. I see snow after hours is going up big time. It's going up bigly, and we're going to talk about snow. We've just seen that NVDA just had earnings as well, and we're going to get to our usual list of tickers. Give me 1 second. Man, I don't know what happened. As soon as I got live, I started coughing. Didn't cough not once all day. Now I am coughing. Man, I rebuked the devil. Okay. Let me just get these links up to everybody in the various groups, and we will be ready to begin. Just to give everybody some context as to like where we are and what's going on. It's kind of interesting, right? Last week Friday, we kind of went up. And last week, Thursday, Friday, the market started to weaken, and then we started to pull back, right? And so technically, certain tickers are in, you could say, a short setup, and other tickers may not be, right? So we're going to take a quick look, and we're going to see which is what. Okay, so now that I got the links up for everyone, right, we could officially start the show. All right, team. So for everybody that is on Clubhouse, okay, the link is right above your heads. Okay, click on that link. You'll be on to the YouTube, and you will be able to see our screens live. And you will be able to, to kind of follow what we're following. Right now, we had Bitcoin on the screen. We could look at Bitcoin. We will be covering SPY, QQQ, Tesla, Upstart, Snow, Apple, BBBY, and a bunch of other tickers, right? All right, so let's talk about Bitcoin since it's here. I had been going long and short Bitcoin the last couple days. We caught this entire leg down. We were short Ethereum via KuCoin. Okay, we were short with a triple leverage product. And, we came down here to the support level at around 20,000, 20,500. And, we've been holding here. Right? So we've been kind of trapped in a range here on Bitcoin, right? Between 20,006, 20,005 and 24,700, which is a pretty tight range, right? I can't necessarily say for sure, what Bitcoin wants to do, okay? Because you have kind of these upper ranges and you have lower ranges as well. This is a contentious battle zone for crypto, okay? 20,000 is a gigantic, huge psychological level, right? And so retail investors, institutional investors, people will be coming in to buy the dip here on Bitcoin. But the day we break, and we solidly break this 20,000, we can't necessarily say that that's the end, because we did actually do that. Let me see here. Excuse me. We did actually do that June the 30th, right? And, we broke it June the 30th. By July 1st, we had tried to push back above 20,000. And by July 5th, right after the 4th of July, we just went right back above, right? And so, but the fact that we're still hanging out down here is a sign of danger, right? So, is it time to buy the dip on crypto? My opinion, not really. Okay. You still got lots of issues on not only the short-term chart, but the long-term chart. I mean, even if you look here, you have a MACD cross here on Bitcoin here on the weekly time frame, and this thing is not going anywhere at all, right? So there's a lot of buyers that are trapped up here, right? And so there's going to be some longer term and shorter term whales, right? They're going to be looking to kind of, take profit if they have it still. And people who got trapped up here, they're going to be looking to basically pretty much dump their shares on any kind of pop that you see, right? And so the longer term chart on Bitcoin here does pertain and does look a little bit more bearish to me. Okay. Before I continue any further, Helen, do you have any words on Bitcoin or crypto in general?
I haven't done a lot of research on Bitcoin, so I don't have a lot to say about it. Maybe later. I think they are kind of risky assets for the market. So once the interest rate increase, so they have to, like Nasdaq. So once they are going down, so it's like a negative correlationship with the interest rate. Other than that, I have to do more research. So.
Okay. Okay. All right. Thank you so much, Helen. And so, well, Helen, actually, before you go, Helen, is there any crypto that you like in particular? Is there any particular coin? Do you like Dogecoin? Do you like Ripple? What coins do you like, if any?
Wow, I only know about BTC and Ethereum. Other than that, Dogecoin. I'm not familiar with those tickers. So these three are most I watch for every single day. Yeah.
Okay, very, very good. Thank you so much, Helen, for your feedback there. Yeah, and honestly, Helen, I really appreciate and I love your perspective, right? And I tell everybody this, right? People come to me all day long and they say, Charles, what do you think about this coin and that coin and Batcoin and XY coin and, Super Shiba Inu double XY Pokemon catch 'em all Pikachu coin, right? Or Elon, a Dogelon coin. Like, guys, you need to be focused on like the top three, right? Like, what is Bitcoin doing? What is Ethereum doing? And I mean, sure, I think like the next top three coins are all like platform coins, right? Like Tether or like I think doesn't Coinbase have a coin or something? And KuCoin has a coin. It's like Binance Coin. I think, Binance Coin, I think, is like in the top, definitely like the top 5 or 6, right? But really, whatever Bitcoin is doing, whatever Ethereum's doing, that's going to steer the entire market. So just really focus on those, right? Because if Bitcoin is having a good day, Ethereum's having a good day, then all the other coins are going to have a good day. Like, there are no outliers, right? It's not like, like Apple and Tesla, right? Where, Tesla could be getting slammed because of something Elon did. And then Apple could just be moonshining because it's Apple is the most powerful stock in the world. Yeah, these things go together. Strong correlation with the coins that are out there, right? So, pretty much, team. You really want to be following the big dogs, all right? So, let's give a quick reset to the room just for anybody who does not know what's going on. Again, my name is Charles Becco. I'm joined here by Helen too, and together we are talking and we're trying to answer the question. summertime games, stock market analysis, right? Like what's going on with the stock market? Where are we at? Is it time to buy the dip? Is it time to sell the rip? We're at a very important inflection point in the market, right? And so we've had this rip-roaring rally that's been going on for the past 2 months. And recently we've taken a breather, right? So, is the market likely to bounce from here and bounce higher? Or are we going to continue to get some weaknesses and to fall lower? This is the only show on Clubhouse that is multi-streamed to not only Clubhouse, Facebook, which is now called Meta, YouTube, and Twitch for all you gamer people out there, right? So if you're sitting down there with your Xbox, the PlayStation controller, you're on Twitch, hey guys, thank you so very much for checking this out here. Again, I am your host, Charles Becco, former financial advisor, former FINRA rep, and now lead technical analyst at Brooklyn Traders. I want you guys to give us a follow at Brooklyn Traders. Give also Helen a follow, all you people on Clubhouse, and let's get on to the rest. All right. So, so let's look at the Qs, right? I mean, we can't talk about anything without looking at NASDAQ, right? Excuse me. All right. So, just where do we really go from here, right? I mean, again, right, we came down here, we did like this double bottom action, then we bounced, right? Then where are we going? Are we going lower? Are we going higher? Well, it's very interesting, right? To answer that question, look at what we kind of did before, right? We kind of had a holding pattern back in November, December. We kind of fell, right? Did sort of like a double bottom, like here it is, kind of a double bottom action. We bounced above the 200, right? Came under, just bounced above the 200. It came down, made a new leg lower, did another double bottom action, bounced above the 200, and came down lower, right? Right. Now, here it is. We do another double, triple bottom. We bounce. We hit the 200 again, right? So the question is this. Do we actually hold this time, right? Or do we go down lower? Right now, the thing that concerns me with the Qs is the fact, excuse me, that we do have like a falling histogram, right? I don't also like the fact that we had the strong MACD cross to the downside. But as I mentioned a few days ago, we do have lots of support here, okay? We got support at 12,800. Okay, on the NASDAQ. Let me switch to the QQQ. I typically look to the futures here because we are looking at overnight. We are up a little bit on the futures, but on the Qs, right? We got support all over the place, right? Support at 316, 320, 310, 300, 296, right? So, could we possibly go down? Yeah, we could, but, there's just so much support here, right? So, and to me, I feel like a lot of the financial media is busy telling folks about doomsday and how the end of the world is coming, right? But here's the issue. I've never seen a car accident that you could see coming from a mile away, That's like being able to see a fight, an hour before it happens. You could possibly see a fight 5 minutes before it happens, right? Two guys are at the bar, one is really drunk, the other one's very loud, and they're kind of moving towards each other, right? The drunk guy with the loud guy, and if they cross paths, spill drink, and then there goes the fist flying. Okay. But it's kind of hard with the market here because, like, so many different things could happen, We do know that the Fed is committed to fighting inflation, so you have that. You do have this ongoing war in Ukraine. You do have the Chinese real estate market, which, could potentially be in trouble. There's just so many things. You still have COVID that's still lingering. It's becoming less of a thing every day. Now you've got monkeypox that the World Health Organization has declared an emergency. So there's just so many things going on. And to be honest with you, I can't really tell what is going to outweigh what. The only thing we could do, right, is look at these charts every day and see what we're doing. You know, to me, okay, we could bounce them here, retest the highs, or we could kind of chop around here and go lower, right? And so for me, I would say the line in the sand for QQQ will be around 310 and 300, okay? If we're under 310, then I feel like we're going back into this lower channel here, right? Between 300 and 310, right? If we're under 310, then I'm looking at that as being more bearish, right? If we are above 310, right? Like 310 to 315 or 310 to 320, then to me, that pertains to being more bullish on the Qs. But that's the Qs, right? So let's check out some other names. SPY. Okay, let's look at ES. You know, and this chart is going to be very similar, right? Instead of it being in the 300s, we're talking about in the 400s, right? So we have, you know, again, SPY 400. I mean, you see it marked out clearly on this map, right? Like, these are some huge, and I don't mean to sound like Donald Trump, but huge support levels here, right? 398, 400. Right now we are under 415, right? So for me, I would like to be definitely above 410, but to me, for SPY to be the most bullish, I would like to see SPY above 415. I mean, we came right down here to the breadbasket. We're sitting on top of the 21 here, and we could very easily bounce. You see the moving averages are stacked positively. You do see, however, you have this first MACD cross to the downside. First MACD cross to the downside in the last, like since June, right? Which was at the bottom of the market, right? So you're seeing your first one here, right? So for me, any way that we could consolidate and just stay above 400, I would look at that as being very, very bullish on the S&P 500. Yeah, this just looks very good. I think the S&P 500, you know, as an ETF, looks the best to me for the whole entire stock market, right? Let's look at some other ones. Let's look at XLV. Okay, XLV. Okay, here, healthcare. It's in a channel. You can see it, right? Between 128 and 136, and there's a lower channel here between, let's say, 124 to 130, right? On XLV, not necessarily going anywhere. Let's look at XLK real quickly. Okay, technology. Looks pretty much like the SPY, so we don't have to go over it. Let's look at XLE, energy. Look at energy here, right? Coming back. Okay, you do see, I see a squeeze fired on XLE yesterday, right? So, see my little analysis tool is telling me that this is good for, okay, we can put a price target on XLE. We got a price target on XLE. Price target $85, okay, on XLE. It looks like that's where we're going. We've got a lot of momentum. This is looking good. Once we're at 85, next price target will be 87 and then 90 on XLE. All right. Let's look at XLF. Let's look at the banks, right? What are the banks doing? The banks look pretty okay here. Okay. The banks look like in a buy to dip territory, and I would say that higher interest rates are good for banks, right? So, you know, again, as inflation rears its ugly head, and as inflation still becomes a thing, okay, team? Yeah, the banks look pretty good here. Okay, I'm not gonna go down into the individual tickers. Okay, you could go to Google or Yahoo and type in XLF constituency and see, what the constituents of XLF are, and those are going to be the financials. Helen, any word on any of the ETFs that we talked about here? XLE, XLF, XLV. Go ahead.
XLU is pretty bullish since Monday. I recommended in my clubhouse on Monday. Since there's some OPEC, they said they're gonna reduce their productions. Also, if you look at chart, it's like a triangle breakout shape.
Hey, Helen, we lost you there.
I'm sorry. Yeah. So if you wanted to trade this kind of the energy ETFs, you have to closely watch the crude oil futures, like WTI, and also you have to, watch all the news. Okay, they are doing this, doing that. A lot of events, big events, like Biden will go somewhere to visit those countries, trying to get the price bring down because the election is coming on. November 8th, the gas price is kind of crucial for the elections. When every time once the gas price is high, the chance, the odds of you to win the re-election, the midterm election, the chance is getting less. So they are trying hard to get the crude oil, also the gas price. They are trying to bring down. I think it works in, it looks like it worked in the past. So we will see. I think the energy demand is pretty strong in Europe, also in China. So if the production is not like pumped up quickly, the energy price is going up, but they have put their effort to try to bring down the government, the U.S. government, and also their inventory, what they call the strategy, crude oil, their reserve is getting the lowest in the past few years. So I think we are in a hard situation right now because, if the energy is going up, the stock market is going to be impacted by the energy price. Also, the election will be impacted by the gas price. That's my point of view.
All right, Helen. Thank you so very much. Yeah, you bring up a very, very, very excellent point there. Forgot about XLU covering the utilities here. It's making a nice push here. I would like to focus on one name. Okay, and this is going to be, I would say, in my opinion, this is going to be like the chart of the month. Okay, I'm going to say this is going to be Occidental. Okay, I really like Occidental here. I think Occidental could go much higher. First price target on Occidental, I'm going to put, it's going to be $80. First price target on Occidental, $80. Second price target I'm going to put on Occidental, and team, you should already look at this. So I'm just going to leave this here, right here. I'm going to leave that. Look at that. You cannot get a prettier chart than that of Occidental. Now, if you guys are sitting here on Clubhouse and you do not know what I'm talking about, I'm going to give you 10 seconds to click the link above our heads in the description, okay, and look at this chart. And for everybody that's out there on YouTube, okay, I'm going to just leave this here on the screen. As a matter of fact, let me pull it over here. I know that the Brooklyn Traders logo is kind of blocking that thing here. Let me just kind of make sure that, let me pull this down. Look at that. Look at that. Look at how beautiful that is. Look at that chart. Look at that nice little chart. Oh, it's so nice. Okay. With that being said, I'm going to put a big price target on Occidental here. Okay. Within the next few months, and this is going to be very bullish. First price target on Occidental, $80. Second price target on Occidental, $90. Final price target on Occidental is going to be $95. Price target on Occidental. This weekly chart looks beautiful. Looks amazing. All right. Team, this looks looking good. Okay. This is also letting me know that maybe inflation isn't gone. Maybe it's not, these people are not dumb that's buying up this ticker, right? And it definitely is an inflation play, right? Yeah. Look for price targets on Occidental. Not accidental. Occidental. Again. $80, $90, $95 on Occidental. Before we move on, Helen, any words or thoughts on Occidental?
So Warren Buffett is in play with Occidental, and they're trying to buy half of the shares. That was a rumor or real? I'm not sure, but do you have any updates for this? They said they're gonna buy 50% shares of the Occidental. Is this real or rumor?
I'm not sure, but I could tell everybody right here on planet Earth on YouTube. I'm singing it from the housetops. I see big moves coming in Occidental. Okay, the daily chart. Look at this pattern on the daily chart. Then look at the weekly here. Look at that. Whew! What's that song they said? Pop the Molly, I'm sweating. Whew! It's looking good, y'all. Look, fresh MACD cross. See, you didn't even see it. Look at that fresh MACD cross right there, beloved. Ooh. You see all these this is in the weekly time frame, right? So you see how this histogram was all bearish, all nasty looking, all fugly looking. And look at that. Look at that little ray of hope. Look at that green bar. Whew. Yeah. Okay. Say it again. It's going to be the chart of the month. Occidental. Okay? Don't say nobody didn't tell you. Okay? If Occidental winds up being 100, 115, 20 bucks a few months from now, just understand that we told you here first, okay? Not pumping it up. We can't run a pump and dump on a Fortune 500 company, right? We're just like a small, humble, chat group, here in New York and San Francisco, right? But this is looking so good, y'all. And the reason why I'm spending so much time on this chart is because I want you to understand how good this looks. If it didn't look so good, I would not spend the time on it. All right? So Occidental, you heard it first. Charles Becco, Brooklyn Traders, Helen 2, Stock Market Analysis. Boom. I like that. All right? Moving along. Let's look at Apple real quick. Man, look at Apple. Jeez, this is on the weekly time frame, right? The weekly is just so bullish. I mean, you have like the 8 crossing over the 21 here, and then just like that, the averages and everything is all stacked positively on Apple. We just had last week just a strong rejection off of 176, which was like $6 away from an all-time high. I mean, listen, there are a lot of market technicians who say that Apple does not deserve to be up here, and trust me, I understand. But team, you got to play the chart that's in front of you, right? And one of the world's most populous, widely held stocks is just doing great. I gotta say, I can't see why you won't buy the dip on Apple. I mean, the only thing I could see here, why you wouldn't necessarily buy the dip is if, I don't know, there's some exogenous risk, or maybe they're running some kind of Ponzi scheme and they've been fudging the numbers for years and they're not actually doing as good, or let's say they had a huge drawdown, or there's some federal investigation over some who knows what, right? But the family, I cannot see anything short of an exogenous risk that looks like it wants to take out Apple here. I would say you want to buy the dip. I mean, just anything above 160. I mean, my goodness, it's just bullish, right? It's just bullish. Just a beautiful chart. Let's move right along. Microsoft. Microsoft is okay. I would like to see Microsoft above its 200. If Microsoft is not above its 200, which is at 280, I will be more bearish on it. Above this 200, I'm more bullish on it. Keep it simple with Microsoft. I can't say Microsoft is a buy to dip. I can't say that. It's Microsoft. Let's look at Tesla, right? What's Tesla doing? Team Tesla's consolidating. It's catching its breath, right? You know, Tesla came off the lows here at 620. It did almost like it. I can't say this is a double bottom, really, here at 626. It looks like it. It looks like a multiple cup and handle or like an ascending triangle, kind of. And right now, Tesla's just catching his breath, right? It seems to not want to push above into this upper level above 940. It's been in a range between 840 and 940, and it's been there for the past couple weeks, right? And so that's basically what we have here on Tesla. Not really going anywhere. We did talk about it the other day. We did play it this week. You know, we put some call outs via our Telegram server and via the Discord server. You know, I said it live. I said, hey team, you know, just sitting right on top of this demand zone here at 859. We bounced off of it like a basketball. We kept going, chewed through another supply zone here between 878 and 882. And we were rejected off of the final supply zone here at 900. And what a rejection that was, right? So, if you ever read the book Reminiscence of I think stock trader, or I forgot what it is. It's called Reminiscence of let's say Reminiscence of a stock trader, right? You know, and some other books, they always tell you to trade against the wick, right? And so right now, huge wick going in the opposite direction here on Tesla. MACD cross down, falling histogram, increasing sell volume there, as you can see with that big red shading, right? So, you know, let Tesla calm down. I mean, if you like to buy the dip on Tesla, again, you have this demand zone here at 860. You have another demand zone there at 820. So for all the people who are thinking, oh, Tesla's going to die, it'll be worth $500. No, sorry. There's a lot of support here on Tesla, and people are buying down here. Okay, there are people that are buying down here on Tesla, right? So overall, it seems to like want to be trapped into this range again between, like, let's say 850 to 940. So let Tesla just do its thing until it either breaks out or breaks down out of the range. All right, we're gonna do a quick reset here, and we're gonna check out the rest of the cues, and after that we will take some special requests from the audience. Okay, again, my name is Charles Becco. I'd like to thank everybody for being here. Today we are talking about the stock market analysis, summer gains. You know, is it time to buy the dip or do we sell the rip? I'm here with Helen, 2 of the stock market analysis groups here on Clubhouse. Also has a following here on Telegram and some other apps. Definitely follow her. Again, my name is Charles Becco, former financial advisor, master's in business, technical analyst at Brooklyn Traders. Follow us on all platforms at Brooklyn Traders, at Charles Becco. And today we're going to be breaking down some tickers. Up on deck, we've got Microsoft. We're going to be talking about NVDA, and we're also going to be talking about Snow. So Microsoft, NVIDIA, Snow, and we'll also check out the rest of big tech. All right, so let's get back to it. All right, so let's talk about Snow here. Let's talk about Snow. Oops, spelled it wrong. All right. So Snow here. So I would like to mention here that we did check out our option flow software. Matter of fact, here let me do this here. Actually, let me do this here. I definitely want to give a shout out and support to a brother of mine's, and I think it's only right. It's only right to give him a proper shout out. I want to give a shout out here to Chan Low. That is Chan Low at callsorputs.com. Okay. This is the software that we use to check out the option flow. Again, callsorputs.com from Chan Lo. This software was able to give us the play today on snow. And I would be remiss, I would be wrong if I did not give proper credit to callsorputs.com and my man Chan Lo for giving us the play here. All right. So, yeah. I think we covered snow already. It's in this channel, right? For people who have taken the classes that we offer, this is called an accumulation phase, right? So basically, some big guys, some whales, they're keeping the price down. They're accumulating shares for themselves, right? And then on a catalyst, kaboom, something happens, right? We either break to the upside or we break to the lower side. But since this, I believe, is a phase 1 market phase, we're breaking to the upside from phase 1 to phase 2, which is called a markup. That is called a markup. All right. And so here we are. Let's look at the after hour prints here on snow, and kaboom, right? Here it is, up, I believe, greater than like 17-18% here. What we did see today is we saw a bunch of call buying on snow, about $1 million, and it happened today right before earnings, right? And so we were able to get that information from callsorputs.com. Chan actually, just full disclaimer, Chan actually told me himself that he had taken this play and he was sitting in positions, and so did his people. Okay, so he did mention that. I put that out to the various channels here. I'm here in the stock market analysis room. I said it. I put it down in also the Discord. And so we did spread the word here amongst our communities, right? And so if you're sitting out there, if you're listening, okay, if you're listening out there in Clubhouse land, if you're listening out there on YouTube, if you're listening out there on Facebook, if you're listening out there on Twitch, the only way for you to have gotten the sauce, okay, was to be a part of one of these communities, okay? If you're here in the stock market analysis room, I said it live. It was about 3:40 when I came in here and posted it. I posted it in the Discord. Hey, we spread the love, okay? Up 18% after hours. There it is. Okay, the proof is in the pudding, all right? So definitely big shout out to my man Chan. But anyway, big price action here. The implied volatility was pretty high on this. I believe 180%. So I believed in order for these options to be profitable, right? We needed to go. Price needed to go at least $20 from the close, and no, not 18, and we got more than that. We got $28, right? So this thing moved a lot bigger than even what the market makers priced in. So for everybody who's long snow into this long options, you're gonna be very, very happy tomorrow. Again, as long as snow could keep, let's see, I don't want to embarrass myself with the math, so I'm just going to use my calculator here because it is pretty late and my brain is on fire. Okay, I'm going to just let y'all know this price here. As long as snow can maintain a price above $177 at market open, these options, if anybody played them, okay, I don't know what you're doing at home, they should be profitable for you to the call side on snow. So congrats to all the bulls. Congrats to the community. This was absolutely a team effort. Helen, any word on snow? I know that I think we talked about it a few weeks ago. Helen, any thoughts on snow at all?
I don't have a lot of idea about snow, but we have a team member here, Johnny. He can, he has a lot more to say than me. But regarding the okay, I can talk about some oil because I have done a little bit of research when you were talking about the snow. Johnny, do you have something to say? Because you are our.
I can't. No comment.
No comment. Are you kidding?
No comment. I can't say anything. No comment.
No, he introduced snow, recommended snow for a long time. So he has a lot of shares for snow, and our group members, they have borrowed him to buy a lot of snow today, and they bring a lot of money today. So congratulations to all the team members who bought it.
Man, thank you. Hey, Johnny, man, a good call out there, Johnny. Again, right? So what we have here, right? What we have here, okay, is a word I like to use is called confluence. Okay. And when you have confluence, right, that's all these pieces coming together, right? So we have the community that's doing the due diligence on the back end. We have software that's confirming the due diligence on the front end. We've got the technical analysis that's syncing up as well. And so, hey, congrats to everybody, all the communities out there. Congrats to everybody who's long snow. Big up yourself. Boom, boom, boom. All right. So we got snow there. Let's talk about NVIDIA real quick. So, unfortunately, NVIDIA is going the opposite direction here. I believe down 4.5% after hours. Actually, Helen, I know you were talking extensively about NVIDIA. You want to lead off here with the NVIDIA analysis for, like, you know, what happened here after hours? Like, what's going on?
NVIDIA, they have earnings come out after the market close. So, again, I haven't done a lot of research on NVIDIA, but I have prediction for NVIDIA. I said the price would be dropped 4 to 6%. And it dropped like 4.7, so it's in my range, it's in my part. What's it called? So basically, they have forecast about GPU. What's that? The revenue from GPU was down, but for the what's it called?
Projection or guidance?
The guidance was not good, so they have some increase for 66%. What's it called? The other business sector, air. Sorry, I have to go back to double check.
Okay. Take your time.
Data center. Yeah. This is the what's it called? Cloud, not a cloud. Data center, cloud. That sector increased 66%, but the other one dropped. The revenue was the guidance was 1 billion less than the forecast. I haven't done a deep research, but that's the rough number I remembered.
Okay.
$1 billion less the forecast and the guidance, and the cloud, what's that, data center has 66% increase, and the other one. So we can go over this later.
Okay, pretty cool. All right. Here's what I see, at least technically, with NVIDIA here. After hours here, we kind of broke out of the channel. We're at 164.40, which is at the very bottom of this channel here. And I'm thinking maybe they're going to probably buy this up or bid this up. What's really good about this price action move is that it's well within, what the market makers are pricing in, right? So, unfortunately, right, whether you were bearish with puts or bullish with calls, you're both going to get wiped out 60, 70, possibly 80% tomorrow, right? So, unfortunately, team, I'm sorry for anybody who is holding either calls or puts on NVIDIA here. But this is also going to present us an opportunity. Let's assume that tomorrow is like a bullish day, right? Stock market wants to go up. And if NVIDIA is able to catch a bid, right, you're going to be able to buy some calls at a very steep discount, right? So right at market open, again, not financial advice. Let me just put this out there. Assume that everything that you hear will get you clapped. Please don't get clapped. We do have Don't Get Clapped on t-shirts. If you want a Don't Get Clapped t-shirt, I was actually wearing it today to the grocery store. Let us know. Hit us up in the inbox and we can get you a Don't Get Clapped t-shirt here from Brooklyn Traders. But again, assume everything you're going to hear here is not financial advice, okay? But again, assuming that, again, we open up tomorrow, market makes a directional move, you should be able to get some cheap options tomorrow, all right? So that's basically it. So that is NVIDIA. Let's just quickly breeze through the other big tech names. You see Netflix here. We came up here to the channel. We got rejected, and we're just hanging out here. Let's look at Google real quick. Google looks like the rest of the Qs, right? Google is just kind of trapped in a range here, unfortunately. So Google's not going anywhere. Let's look at Amazon here. Amazon much better, right? But we did close this gap here at 135, and now we're just kind of hanging out. Again, so it's names like Amazon, names like Google, names like Netflix that gives me some pause for concern here. Let's look at Meta. We haven't looked at Meta in quite some time. Again, look at that team. Again, this is what makes it hard to really think about, hey, is this market going to really catch a bid here? Because look at these names, right? Again, look at Google, Meta, Netflix, Amazon. Like, they're not really going anywhere, right? Look at all those compared to, like, Apple. Look at Apple, right? Versus the other ones, right? But this also kind of makes me think that maybe we don't get destroyed either, right? Because if these other guys are consolidating, going sideways, Apple is bouncing. Tesla looks like it's got that look in its eye. Tesla definitely doesn't look like it wants to lay down. And you got Microsoft, right? That's kind of in between all those names. It kind of makes me think that, maybe there is a temporary flooring, right? So, again, are we out of the woods yet? No, but on the longer term time frames, maybe we may, be a bit more bearish, but in the short term, we may still have some more bullish energy, right? So I do believe we covered all of the Qs, right? We went Facebook, Apple, Amazon, Netflix, Google. Then there's also Microsoft, Tesla, and NVIDIA. So it's not just FANG, right? It's the FANG MTV for NVIDIA, right? So, okay, we did all those names. All right, so let us do our final reset for the night. This is going to be our final reset for the night, team. And then we are going to, we're going to go to the tickers for the audience members. I see Toria Jackson, you wanted to check out NVIDIA. We just did NVIDIA, so we could skip that, right? So we did do that. Okay, let me check some of these other channels here. Yada, yada, yada. Make sure to get this list together. All right, very good. Oh, I do see some folks on Facebook. What's up to the folks on Facebook there, all right? So, let's do this reset. Again, my name is Charles Becco. I'm joined here by Helen too, and today we're going to be talking about stock market analysis. What is the market doing? We've got summer gains here. Are we buying the dip or are we selling the rip? We're checking out a couple tickers. Right now, this is one of my favorite portions of this time, right? We're going to be breaking down tickers from you, the audience, right? So whether you're on Facebook, you're on Twitch, you're on Clubhouse, or you are on YouTube, this is your time to shine, right? We want you to get in there, and we want you to let us know, what tickers that you would like for us to break down, and we will absolutely do that, all right? All right. So again, team, just let us know what tickers you would like for us to break down, and we will do that for you. All right. So, all right. So again, we did already do NVIDIA there for Toria Jackson. Thank you for that. And I do see a ticket here from my man Leo Yang. What's up, Leo? We got Affirm. Before I get to that, team, if you are on YouTube, do not forget to like and subscribe to the channel. It really helps us out. And don't forget to follow your mods here on Clubhouse, Helen, Charles, and everybody else. And here we are. Let's go to Affirm. Man, Leo. Man, Affirm's not going anywhere, big dog. This is not going no place. I'm sorry. I mean, it is kind of bumping up to an upper channel, but there's nothing here, right? I mean, you're between 29 and 40. Again, because you're right at the bottom of the channel here, I would say maybe you may want to buy the dip, but you do have a fresh MACD cross down on big volume here, so you want to check it out and see where we go, right? Do we break through 28.81? Do we go to 22? Or do we go to 16? Okay. I'm not really sure, but right now on the firm, I can't tell you either way. You do have some support here, right? Again, 29, 26, 23, 22, right? But you got a fresh MACD cross down, but it may not mean anything, okay? Because right here on 29, it looks like, the bulls are stepping up here, right? So as long as you're above 29, you could think of more of like a buy to dip type mentality. But yeah, if you're under 29, I would look to sell the rip on a firm. All right. Let's look at BBBY. I did get a question about that earlier. Bed Bath and Beyond, and just team, this play is dead. I gotta tell you, anything that looks like this, this is dead, y'all. This is dead. Do not waste your money. Don't get clapped. Don't get clapped. Say it again, y'all. Don't get clapped. Don't get clapped. Don't get clapped. You'll fall on your back. You'll say the stock is on the attack. Don't get clapped. See, I just made up a little rap. Y'all like that? I bet y'all didn't know I could rap. Ooh, bars. Listen, don't get clapped on Bed Bath & Beyond. You had that big hedge fund guy. His name's Steve Cohen. He was in. He got retail behind him, and then he dumped his shares all over y'all. I'm sorry, y'all. This ain't it. This is not it. Do not get clapped here on Bed Bath & Beyond. It is not worth it, family. It ain't. Okay? Fresh MACD cross down. Just so many people are trapped here. I mean, you can look at the volume, right? Look at the volume here on these shares. Let me kind of pull this over. I mean, 400 million shares, right, on these bars. 400 million, 200 million, and just to like really give you guys an indication as to what's happening here, right? Team, this is mortgages that are trapped up here. These are like student loans. These are car note payments. These are interest payments. This is money I'm sure people could not afford to let go of that are getting clapped up here on Bed Bath & Beyond, right? And team, don't fall for the gusto. Don't do it. I'm trying to help you. Okay? I like to tell the story every now and again. What is the name of that Nikola? Oh gosh. Let's look at Nikola, right? This reminds me of Nikola, right? Yeah. Looks just like Nikola, right? I remember, and team, I understand. Look, the pump and run on Nikola was insane. Okay? It was stupid. It was crazy, right? But family, when you see a chart that does this and it goes vertical, trust me, on the other side of this bullishness on this verticality is a clap, okay? This side bullish, that side clap. Bull, clap. Bull, clap, okay? Bull on this side, claps on that side, okay? Team, and again, I'm not saying that Bed Bath & Beyond is like dead forever. What I'm saying is, I don't know, unless like another hedge fund guy comes up with some other bright idea, soon Bed Bath & Beyond is clapped, right? And I remember, with my own Telegram group at Brooklyn Traders, I got so much heat for this. They were like, Charles, I made so much money. And I was telling people, I was like, guys, and I remember there's some people, I think everybody got out, but I know there were some people who bought up here at 60 and 40. And then, they found out that the whole technology was a fraud and this and that. And the CEO, it's just a disaster, right? But for me, I didn't even need any due diligence. I just need to look at the chart, right? You see a chart like that, out of nowhere, no company's doing that good. I don't care. They could have came out with a teleportation device, right? Like, once you start seeing stuff like this, it's a signal of the end, right? Again, look at previously on Bed Bath & Beyond, right, in January here, right? Same thing. Collapse. Come up, collapse, right? So that's what I got on Bed Bath & Beyond. I'm sure it's a huge Wall Street bets play. Team don't get clapped. Don't get clapped. Now, don't get me wrong now. Don't get me wrong. Will Bed Bath & Beyond, will it present you opportunities to make 3, 4, 5% in a day off a scalp if you're scalping shares or something? Sure. But are you buying and holding this thing, expecting this thing to go back to 30 or 40 whatsoever? I don't know, family. I don't think so. Okay, this is what I think about Bed Bath and Beyond. All right. So yeah, team, that is pretty much it for the tickers here. Helen, any questions or any comments here before we wrap it up here?
So I have done a very brief research on the crude oil side. So basically,
yep, go ahead.
Yeah. So once the fall comes, so the demand from Europe are rising. So and the production, OPEC, they are predicting to cut the production on their side, and also you have to look at the Iran nuclear talks with United States. If the talks are successful, they're gonna pump up production for 1.3 to 1.5 million barrels per day. So this release will impact a lot. So if the talks are successful, the price will drop. But on the other hand, because once the winter comes, the demand for the natural gas will go up, and then oil as a substitute the demand will go up for both. So it's kind of mixed at this point. Short term, we have to look at the nuclear weapon talk, the nuclear talk with Iran, and also the other side is hurricane. Or when there's some hurricane stuff. If the hurricane comes, normally they come like fall, so it will impact the production on U.S. side. So I would say the price is for the long future is up, but the short term there are nuclear talks with Iran will have some impact to make it drop. It's a cycle, it's a cycle. They don't go up like a straightforward, like a line straight up. They also have some, up and downs in the middle. Am I right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. While you were talking, by the way, Helen, I did pull up the chart on crude oil, and it does seem like it's in a channel right now between 130 and 91 or 90 in the futures here on crude.
So the energy crisis in Europe is kind of getting serious right now. So they're like CPI is like high in 40 years. Germany, UK, everywhere. They are dying for energy. So their economy is going to impact because there's a shortage of the natural gas, the crude oil, also diesel, whatever.
Yeah, you're right. I think Russia's trying to really force the world's hand and get it to comply. I believe Russia supplied, if I'm not mistaken, somewhere between 30 to 40% of the energy needs of pretty much all of Europe, right? And so, even if Russia were to withdraw their troops today, Europe would still have to and be forced to into some form of negotiation with them, right? In order for them to let go of that oil and natural gas supply that they so desperately need.
also I saw the news. U.S. is helping to transfer a lot of natural gas and oil to export to Europe to try to help them. So I think the oil company in U.S. they are doing pretty well. If you look at their earnings report later, right? Because the income, the price like 2.5 times, the revenue is like skyrocketed. Because your cost is the same, almost same as before, but your revenue is double or even triple, maybe. I don't know. That's why Warren Buffett are showing he shows a lot of interest to Occidental. He's trying to buy half this year.
Yeah. By the way, as you're talking, I'm going through all the oil tickers. BP, Occidental, Exxon Mobil, Devon Energy. They all look very bullish for sure. For sure, they all look very, very, very bullish. Very, very bullish.
So in the beginning of this year, like in February, even January, so I read a lot of articles regarding the energy side sector, and the energy is, they are predicting the energy is, the Europe side, the energy is very, they need the energy for a lot of reasons. And once the war between Ukraine and Russia was in February, so because Russia cut the supply for Europe, so but their demand is still very strong, so the prices are like skyrocketed, and the energy crisis are like very serious since beginning of this year.
Right. Yeah, because team, it's not only the effects of inflation, right? You do have Russia, who's sitting on a lot of oil, and they're really holding Europe hostage, right? And we're pretty sure that Russia's probably using its ties to other oil producers, right, to also increase pressure. So it's a very sensitive and very dynamic situation that changes every day. Was there anything else, Helen, about crude oil or any other topic that we discussed today?
Not really. So the biggest production or the oil production country is U.S. The biggest import. So the biggest China is the biggest the country who imports the most, and the U.S. is second who import the oil most. So, but also the U.S. is the number one production for the oil. Figure it out. Go figure.
Yep.
I think the U.S. really like the oil price stay a little bit higher than than neutral, because China is dying for energy for oil, and also China is the biggest challenger for U.S. So once the energy price is high, so it makes their life horrible in China. And also because U.S. is the biggest biggest producer for oil. So we are benefit if the oil price is a little bit higher than neutral.
Yeah, it's that's a point of view that's not brought up too many times, and so Helen, I definitely want to thank you for bringing that up. We don't really also look at China as being like starved for natural gas and gasoline, right? So you do bring up an excellent point.
That's why China has spent so much time and energy and money on electric vehicle, because they're trying to they are doing the best for electric vehicle at this moment, They have the biggest market share, 45% overall. Because they don't want to be so independent. They wanted to be independent on oil. They don't want to be too dependent on oil.
You know what? You are absolutely right, and I don't think we think about that too many times, and so definitely thank you for that position.
Because the oil, once you buy oil, the dollar is you go to SWIFT, or the US dollar is a currency you buy trade for oil. So the US dollar are the one of the weapons for US to be strong in the world. So once China get a voice, if they are not so dependent on oil, so the dollar will get less weaker, less strong, weaker. They don't want the US dollar to be too strong. They wanted to have their currency like RMB to be the. If you look at a lot of trades with Iran, with China, with Iran, they trying to use the RMB as a currency to trade oil. They're trying to decentralize US dollar. Am I right?
Well, I can't necessarily speak to what they're trying to do, but I know that it's very interesting. This kind of like I can't say Cold War, but Cool War, if you will, between the United States and China, right? Where they're just always kind of going tit for tat with one another, kind of in a how can I put this? They have proxy conflicts with one another on various stages and on various fronts, but I do know that the fates of the United States and China is tied at the hip, right? With the United States being one of the world's biggest consumers and China's being one of the biggest world's producers, right? So, I feel at the end that whatever it is, that they'll work out and sort out their differences in a way that will be mutually beneficial ultimately. Any thoughts on that?
Yeah, so as I said, Iran had agreement with China to sell oil, but the currency is they use RMB instead of US dollar. And also, Russia trying to sell their products to Europe, use their currency. So they're all trying to make US dollar weaker. So it's always a fight.
Something that I always mention to everyone, right? It's like when you play with stocks, right? Stocks is like a game of chess for hedge fund managers and CEOs of companies, right? But when you go into currencies, right? That's a game of kings, queens, and presidents, right? And so, yeah, every country's trying to do the best that they could do to either support or support or to, how can I put this? Or to devalue its currency, right? To meet that country's own ends, right? And so, yeah, once we get into currencies, it's so much of a bigger conversation. But go ahead, Helen. You have something to say?
I'm done with my speech.
All right. All right.
It's a tough day,
Yeah, it's very, very tough. So, team, again, I want to thank everybody for being here. Again, I am your host, Charles Becco. I'm being backed up by Helen 2. And, I want you guys to stay frosty out there. We are at an inflection point, right? We are sitting on top of support levels here. for lots of things, and in other ways, we're still kind of in a precarious place in the market, right? And so can't really say heads or tails where we're going to go from this, but you do have your levels. We do have our thoughts and ideas, and I want everybody to stay safe and stay frosty. Again, follow us on all platforms, Charles Becco, Helen too. Check us out on Brooklyn Traders. Please follow us on the YouTube. Please like and subscribe. Thanks, everybody, and God bless. All right, everybody. Again, thank you so very much. Thank you so very much for checking us out. Take care, everybody.